Good morning and welcome to the channel on this Sunday the 19th of April 2026. Trying to find out at the moment what is happening in Iran, and especially with the Straits of Hormuz. Donald Trump is saying one thing and there are conflicting reports coming out of Iran for the other. So let's just have a look at what is happening in Iran, because it's not quite straightforward as it may seem. Mojtaba Khamenei is reportedly incapacitated and not running the country. There have been a lot of reports stating that he's unconscious or severely injured and unable to participate in decision making. A diplomatic memo cited by the Times says in a severe condition in Qom, receiving medical treatment and is incapable of governing. No recent audio or video of him has been released, despite state TV airing statements attributed to him. This has created a major power vacuum at the top, and we don't exactly know what's going on. We do, however, know that the IRGC is expanding its power and is openly clashing with civilian officials. They have become a dominant force inside the regime since the death of Ali Khamenei. Recent events show open friction between them and Iran's foreign ministry. They have publicly criticised Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi for announcing the Strait of Hormuz was open, calling it a lack of tact. The media that is linked to them accused him of creating confusion and undermining Iran's leverage. Analysts note that without the elder Khamenei as arbiter, frictional and factional fights have intensified. There are conflicting signals from Tehran which show a fractured leadership. Mojtaba Khamenei's public posture remains aggressive, however, despite his health reports. He has issued a warning that Iran's navy is ready to inflict new bitter defeats on the US and Israel, while as President Trump says there is no Iran navy. However, yesterday, Iran naval forces have fired on commercial vessels and got them to turn back. This contrasts aggressive messaging versus reports of unconsciousness, deepens uncertainty about who is actually issuing the orders. The prediction markets tracking Iran's political future show increased expectation of leadership change later in 2026. Traders believe that Mojtaba Khamenei has a weak grip on power and is heavily dependent upon the IRGC. Foreign governments are treating Iran as unstable. Pakistan's military leadership, for example, met with Iranian officials this week, emphasizing de-escalation dialogue and suggesting regional actors are concerned about Iran's internal coherence. Bottom line, who is actually running Iran right now? The de jure leader is Mojtaba Khamenei, but it's reported, as I've said, that he's incapacitated. The de facto power centres are IRG senior commanders who are asserting control over military, diplomatic and strategic decisions. There are also competing political factions within the regime, now openly clashing without a supreme arbiter. The overall situation means that Iran's leadership is fractured, unstable, and increasingly militarized with no clear single authority. And yet Donald Trump says everything's okay, it's all fine, it's going well, we're getting everything we want. And yet what seems to be coming out is that there are movable lines coming out of Iran's negotiating position, with Donald Trump looking for any excuse to say that he's won and withdraw. Not a pleasant thing. Don't know what's really going on. Hopefully over the next few days, and I hope it's days rather than weeks, we might get a clearer picture. Thank you for listening. Talk to you again tomorrow.